Hello friends, let's talk about different components and modules we will be using throughout this Arduino course. Make sure all the components and modules must be of a good quality. I recommend you to buy a quality components from decent brand. It will save your time in longer run. So here it goes. The first thing we need is to get started with this course is Arduino Uno board with of course a USB cable. There are a different breadboard available in a market, so you can choose any breadboard, but I recommend you to buy a full-size breadboard so you can make a bigger circuit. You can build a big circuit on your breadboard. The next and very fascinating component you have to have is LEDs. There are different colors of LEDs in the market. Red, green, yellow are the recommended LEDs. I want you to buy a standard 5mm LEDs. Then we will be using a switches. The preferred switch is a takt switch. We will be using a takt switch, 4-leg takt switch. You can have maybe 4 or 5 switches are more than enough for us for our projects. Then we will be using a jumper wires. Jumper wires are very important to connect a circuit on a breadboard and Arduino Uno. So there are two different types of jumper wires in the market, male to male and male to female. So I recommend you to buy at least 15 a set of male to male and male to female pins or wires. Then there will be a special components we will be using to create a cool projects, and one of such a components is RGB LED. And in RGB LED you also have two different types of RGB LED. I recommend you to have both types of RGB LEDs. There is a common anode RGB LEDs and common cathode RGB LEDs. So you can have maybe 2 to 4 of this RGB LEDs to make really fun projects. Then we will be using a piezo disc. So piezo disc we will be using to generate an audio from Arduino projects, right? Then we must have to have a generic through hole resistors, and when you look at the resistors, there are so many values of resistor and so many different types. So I recommend you to buy some generic resistor with a value of 220 ohm, 330 ohm, 100 ohm, 1 kilo ohm and 10 kilo ohm. These are the standard resistor value which you will be seeing on many projects that we will be building throughout this Arduino training course. Then we will be using couple of analog sensors. In that LM35, which is the analog temperature sensor, we will be using to read a temperature data from Arduino project. Then we will be using LDR, which is a light dependent resistor. We will be using this LDR to measure the light intensity in air. Then comes the digital sensor. So we will be using quite a few digital sensors. The one will be PIR motion sensor. So this is a passive infrared motion sensor which detects the human presence into the area. Then we will be using DHT11, which is a digital temperature and humidity sensor module. So you can have 1 or 2 of these sensors. Then we will be using a display, which is a standard 16 by 2 character LCD module. Make sure you buy pre-soldered pins for the LCD modules, because it is possible when you buy online you will get the pins separately. It would not have been soldered, but try to get something which is pre-soldered so you will not waste your time to solder this to LCD module. Otherwise you can find electronic shops around you and try to get solder from your local vendor, right? And then we will be using Arduino Ethernet shell, which is a low-cost Ethernet shell which uses Visnet W5100 Ethernet 5 chip. So you must have to have this Ethernet shell to create a project where we will going to connect Arduino to the internet to build IoT projects. So make sure you also buy LAN cable, because you need a LAN cable to connect this to internet router. You need to connect this Ethernet shell and Arduino to your internet router in order to make it available internet to your Arduino project. So you can take your sensor data and put it online on internet, almost any website. Okay, and for Bluetooth we will be using HC05 Bluetooth module, which is a low cost and available anywhere. You can buy this HC051 Bluetooth module, which we will be using in order to build Bluetooth applications. So I will be keep adding more and more projects, so this video will keep revised. So make sure you watch this video and then make the list of these components and buy on any online retail shop in your country, in your place. Most probably I will recommend you to buy from eBay or Amazon, because they have very good review system from where you can able to see if the seller has a good quality of components or not. But it doesn't matter, you can buy anywhere from anyone, it doesn't matter, it just have to have a good quality. So I'm very excited to see you in the next couple of videos, where we will be going to use those components and build really cool projects. So see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching this video. Bye bye for now.